Hey, what's up? Welcome to the show. Feeling good with Duddy. That's me. Let's go. Yes, yes, yes. We are back. Another episode of Feeling Good with Duddy. As always, I'm joined with my brother, my co-host, Jake Bushnell.
Hello.
And today on this episode, as we always want to have some sort of topic about feeling good, today's topic, due to our special guest, is winning. Winning makes you feel good. And this guy, he wins. It's what he does. Josh Hader, Mr. Josh Hader, 71 from the Milwaukee Brewers. How are you, bud?
Good. Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you for being here. I know you're a busy guy, so thank you for taking time in your schedule to come down and talk with us.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, man. Couldn't miss this at all.
In town because you guys are playing the Angels.
Yep.
How many games?
3.
3.
Then we got off day and head out to the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yep.
So you're in town for
Okay,
a while.
so-
Yeah,
so
we got
close.
a nice little week.
Oh, nice. Maybe I'll try and get you down here again for another one while you're in town. You're in Angels land. Don't want to talk about it too much.
Daddy's a bit of an Angels guy.
Yeah.
You gotten 2 losses
Yep.
in a row, and you haven't pitched in those games.
No, I haven't.
So I'm not a coach, but I'm saying, you pitch and you guys win. You don't pitch and you guys lose. And just saying, there's something going on there that if I was a coach, but I'm not. I bet you don't want to mention.
You coach Little League, too.
I do coach Little League, and I'm
Yeah.
damn good at it. Yeah.
And he
you
puts
go.
the best pitchers in
Yeah.
every game. Again, just putting it out there.
So
Just
yeah, I'm
getting
just
wins.
So hopefully, is there something against you just pitching every single inning, every game? Is that illegal?
Yeah, like the way my arm works,
Okay.
I probably wouldn't have one if I
Okay,
did it. So
okay.
no, you gotta rest a little bit. So we went 2 2/3, finishing off the Cubs series. So
Yeah.
get a little bit of rest, and then hopefully we'll be in there. Hopefully we'll be in there today. That's the goal.
Yeah. No, you guys such a strong team.
And they bring you in when they're winning, typically. Right? Because you're going to strike everyone out, most likely. Let's just
It's nasty. It's nasty.
He's so nice, he doesn't want to say it. We'll
Yeah.
brag for you.
Well, I
You just,
appreciate
you got it.
On this note, it's fun to watch you pitch. I actually grew up playing baseball. I was a pitcher, and so when I'm watching baseball, I'm really watching these pitchers, and you're so fun to watch. You're terrifying. I'm watching these batters, and I'm just like, that's not even fair. That some of these batters are walking away just going, oh, that was fucking impossible. What was I supposed to do there? So on that note, obviously, there's a lot of people in the league that are scared to bat against you. Is there anyone in the league that when you see him, you're just like, fuck, I hate pitching against this guy?
Oh, I don't think it's like damn man, this guy's gonna get me. But there's guys that do put on good matchups against you. So going into just like the last series we had against the Cubs, Rizzo, man, he's
He's a beast.
him and I go back and forth, and he's probably one of the better lefties that I've faced that puts a good at bat against me. So
Yeah.
I think it's more so like not hating it, but more like it's a challenge. It's going to be fun, and that's why we play this game. All these guys are top dogs, so you got to try and beat the top dogs to be, at the top. So, this game, this team is fun to be with. So it just adds that competitive nature to it.
That's awesome. That makes a lot of sense. And I'm going to brag for a second here. That kind of reminds me of me at ping pong. You're so good at baseball that it probably, it gets boring a little bit. So when someone's really good and kind of gives you competition, you're like, finally, I see that. That's kind of like me at ping pong. I'm like, okay. When someone actually is like almost beats me, I'm like, oh, well done, sir. So I understand.
That's so nice of you to be vulnerable and just really put
Yeah.
that out there, Daddy. Good for you, bud.
Ping pong champ.
Yeah, wow.
Okay. So let me just knock this out of the way real quick. We got a couple sponsors. This show's Feeling Good with Duddy, and we talk about things that make us feel good, and these sponsors are things that make me feel good. I'm going to start off with one thing that makes me feel good, whiskey. So Proper 12, thank you so much. Tried this for the first time a couple days ago, and I'm not kidding you. It's delicious whiskey. It's really good.
And it's Conor McGregor's whiskey. He's a winner.
Makes sense.
Speaking of winning, yeah, it's very true. Way to tie that in.
And you don't win every fight. You don't win every baseball game. It's an attitude. Winning is an attitude. Nobody wins every time out, but you know a winner when you see one. We got one on the show. One. Duddy will tell you how great he is at ping pong. No proof. We got stats for Josh. Yeah, and McGregor's a winner. We've seen it. So continue on, big winner.
People who know, People who know. Okay, so every episode we start with taking a shot of whiskey. I'm not going to ask you, Josh, to take a shot of whiskey and then go throw baseballs 98 miles per hour at people's faces. So, Jake, will you pour us up a couple shots while I wrap this last one out? And then Proper 12, check it out. And then last but not least, we have Koi CBD products. I love this product. I use it every morning. It could help you with your pain. It could help you with your inflammation. There's no psychoactive effects of it. There's no high. There's no THC in this. You're not getting high. There's no high. And but for me, the main thing it does for me, which I use it for, is it's like a natural mood enhancer. It really does like kind of take the edge off for me in the morning. I take it right in the morning. It kind of takes the edge off, doesn't make me tired, and it's just a great way to start the day. KoiCBD.com. Go there right now. You put in code DuddyB at checkout. You get 20% off. Wow. How could you not go do that right now? Check it out. Koi CBD. Thank you. Let's take this shot, and let's get the show going. Feeling good with Duddy. Thank you, guys.
Bang,
Boing,
bang.
boing.
Air shot. Man, I feel drunk now.
All right.
Woo. Need some water, bud?
That one didn't go down very well.
Little chaser?
Chaser with the
All right,
look at that.
let me just throw a quick little background on how I met Josh. Some people are probably going, why is Josh in here talking with Duddy? This makes no fucking sense. But
Besides the hair.
yeah.
This makes no sense.
A friend of mine, Tyler Saladino, you guys know Josh Hader, you probably know who he is. He hit me up. We were in town. Our Dirty Heads were touring. I think it was last summer.
Yep.
With some good friends of ours, Iration. And we were in town, and he's like, hey, Duddy, you want to come out and throw the first pitch? And I'm going to pause the story 1 second because I just want to throw this out into the atmosphere. I've gotten to throw the first pitch out at Angel Stadium, Dodger Stadium, and Milwaukee. That's 3. I want to do every single stadium. If you're out there and you're listening to this and in any way you can have me come out and throw the first pitch at your stadium and you're checking, you don't even check my schedule. Just hit me up. I'll make it happen. I want every single stadium. Boom. So back to the story. Of course, I'm like, yes, I'll be there. I was on the road, so I instantly went and bought 2 gloves and a bunch of baseballs, and I made everybody that was in the bands take turns like playing catch with me and shit like every day because I was like, I'm warming up, I'm in. Coach is calling me in, you know?
I remember, by the way, before he threw out the Angels' first pitch, we were in Arizona, and he made me play catch with him in the parking lot for hours.
Hey,
he doesn't want to embarrass himself on the mound,
out
dude.
there and
He's a
50
winner.
Centing it, you know? I'm not doing it. And sorry,
Bang.
50 Cent, don't beat me up, but you get it.
We saw the pitch, Fitty.
Yeah.
Stick to rapping. All right.
The pitch heard around the world.
Bang,
but,
bang.
But really, 50 Cent, don't beat me up.
So how you guys
So
met?
yeah, so then they to make it even better, he's like, why don't you come down early and you and all the guys could have batting practice on the field? Okay, so like I think
I didn't know that.
every kid really's childhood dream comes true. So me and a couple of the guys from the band and a bunch of the guys from Iration and Pacific Dub, all the bands that were with us, like a couple of the guys came and we had a nice little crew and we all were just playing baseball on the field. We were hitting practice. The guys who weren't hitting were in the field shagging balls. Like, it was great. Dream come true. I throw out the first pitch. I don't know. I think it was like 92, 93 miles per hour.
99 is
90,
what I saw, but I
99
could
miles
be
per hour.
wrong.
And if correct me if I'm wrong, it was right down the middle?
Yeah, right down the middle.
Right down the middle, 99 miles
And
per hour.
99, because that's what the gun could register.
Yeah. And,
we all
you know,
agree was probably over 100.
Well, I didn't get to warm up right before it, so
Exactly.
it was like first pitch of the day.
And
Yeah.
you're smart.
Yeah.
Longevity.
So, you know,
So sure.
and I had a show that night.
Take it easy a little bit.
Yeah. So we do that. Amazing day. And then after that, they had a game. Unfortunately, we had to leave because we had a show. But after their game, they came to the show. And a couple of guys came backstage with us and hung out and had a couple of beers, and Josh was one of these guys. So we got to hang out for a little bit and talk, and we've kept in touch somewhat since then. And I saw he was in town playing the Angels today, and I was like, yo, come on down, and he did. So what a good dude.
Appreciate it.
Man, that's actually really cool. That shows how cool you are.
Well,
I mean, I've just met you, but you're a real mellow dude. You obviously met Duddy very quickly, and you came down here, giving us some of your time. I wonder, you're very laid back. I just met you myself, but I can tell you're a very laid back dude. How do you approach pitching? Do you get fired up, or do you stay pretty much like this?
Probably on the outside, I try to look like this, but on the inside, I get fired up pretty much.
You do? Okay.
I mean, it's kind of hard not to. When you go do a show, you got all these people watching you.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be the best you can be, and being able to just go out there and 40,000 people and just doing what you love, it's hard not to get fired up doing that.
Yeah, that was a great question, because I was wondering that too, because obviously I'd met Josh, and I thought, God, he's such a mellow guy. Yeah. So I didn't know. I was like, because I know when I played baseball and I was a pitcher, my mindset was like, oh my God, I'm going to fucking throw this ball down your throat. You don't stand a fucking chance. That was what in my head, and I was just like, nobody stands a chance against me. I'm a monster. That's what I was thinking in my head.
Ping pong.
Yeah,
like ping pong.
Very much like your ping pong game.
And yeah, very much like it, unstoppable. But so I didn't know. I was like, is he in there doing the same thing, or is he just like this laid-back Zen guy, and he's just in his head just playing baseball, America's pastime, eating apple pie on a sunny day. Just having a fun time out there, just killing people, wham, wham. That's what I imagined, but so it's not.
In a sense.
Seems like it's a bit of both.
Yeah, a little bit of both mix.
Yeah. What type of music do you listen to?
Everything.
Oh, okay.
Everything. Yeah, country, reggae, rap, a little bit of classic rock. I like it all. Music is music.
If it's good, it's good. Yeah. That's the best answer. Because there's metalheads. There's like I'm into hip hop, but in reality, everybody, if you hear a song you like, you like it.
Good music's good music.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter genre.
Starting to dabble in some Spanish music, so I gotta.
Oh, nice.
Touch up on that so I can jam out.
Yeah.
So you can sing along.
Yeah.
I would love to have a video of that sent to me. So
I had a question. You spent some time in Corpus Christi.
Yeah. That's actually where I met my fiance.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. She's from there.
Dang, that sort of curbs where I was going with this. All right, apologies ahead of time. No apologies. Look, Corpus, I'm sure I've been there a few times on tour, and it was a funky place to me. I've never been anywhere quite like that, and I wanted to see what was Corpus Christi like to you, but obviously it was amazing. You met your fiance there.
Yeah, no doubt. No, it's a nice place. Downtown, maybe a little different.
Yeah.
But you kind of go out on the outskirts of it. It's fun to be. At least when I was there, it was a good time. Good bar scenes and stuff like that. And it's Texas. I guess it doesn't get too much better.
Yeah.
Duddy has a story from the downtown. And we're wondering if this was Corpus Christi. He's been to so many cities we don't remember.
This happened somewhere, and I'm like 30 to 40% sure it was Corpus Christi.
So feeling strongly about
this. Yeah, we play Corpus Christi all the time, and we've been playing it for years, and the shows are always great, man. The fans are amazing there. It's a good time, and sometimes we've gone out afterwards downtown. Is there like a night where there's a bar where they're doing karaoke, and they play the karaoke on speakers outside in the downtown street area? So if you're just walking around, you're just hearing drunk people karaoke as you walk down the street?
I haven't, like I said, I didn't dabble with too much in that downtown. I went there one time to a bar, and it was just not many people doing much.
All right, so like I said,
that was Corpus Christi then.
Sure. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah,
we're gonna say it's Corpus Christi. So, we're also gonna say it's Friday nights in Corpus Christi. If you're walking down the street downtown, there's a bar doing karaoke, and you will hear anyone who is karaokeing wasted just walking down the streets as you enjoy your date.
I'm sure that's amazing.
Yeah, 67% sure that's true.
And if you're not doing that, Corpus Christi, get on it. All right, because the tourism board, I'm sure, calls are flooding in. So get the karaoke outdoor speakers up and let's party.
Oh, man. So you know what I had the pleasure of doing the other day? I go to my son's Little League game, and there's no umpire, and they're asking no one. So they get me to ump.
No.
And we're talking like 7 and 8 year olds, but it's the first year the kids are pitching. And you know how that goes. It's like how that works is the kids are pitching, but it's their first year. So obviously they're going to throw a lot of balls. So if the kid throws 4 balls before the kid hits it or strikes out, then the coach comes out and pitches. And you cannot walk. So then the coach pitches until you strike out or hit the ball. So I'm like, all right. They send me back there. I'm behind the catcher. No mask, no clicker. I'm literally in like jeans and a t-shirt, long, hair. And I'm like, okay, I'm back
Straight
here.
dangerous.
And I didn't really know what I got myself into. Oh my God, Little League parents are crazy. And then the first pitch comes. And of course, it's like questionable ball or strike. First pitch of the day. And I just froze. I was like, ball? No, it was the other team. So I was like, ball?
Straw?
Instantly, I just hear 3 people in the background. Oh, that was a fucking strike. What are you doing? I'm like, dude, I'm not an umpire. I just want to watch the game. So, yeah, that was freaking hilarious.
Do you hear people? Are people yelling shit?
Yeah, people yell all
you're
the
hearing
time,
it?
all game. All game, doesn't matter where.
I know the
Yelling.
left fielders and the right fielder, whenever I'd go to games, like, they're just standing there, dude, and people are just staring into their eyes and saying horrifying shit.
Oh,
even
yeah.
on the mound, though, even though you're in the middle, sort of.
I mean, you don't really pay too much attention to it, but if you're there and you hear that one guy or something like that just chirping, you're like, sometimes they say some funny things, and it's like, all right, that was good, but then you just focus on the game. But yeah, they get crazy out there.
Has there ever been a time where you're just like, I'm just going to throw this ball at this motherfucker?
No.
You know what? I just realized the baseball games in a microcosm are what we're experiencing with the internet now. Because nobody's going to punch you if you, at Dodger Stadium you might get punched.
Yeah.
But for the most part, no one will punch you if you stand up and say the most horrifying shit to a professional baseball player. Like, I've heard people just yell, like, you're fucking, your mother.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here going, what? It's because there's no one's going to punch them. That's the internet now. So, I guess you have to deal with literally the earliest online screamers of all time. Was it baseball
is
games?
the internet of sports. Is that what you're saying?
I think so.
Okay.
I think that's
All
it.
right. So,
anyway,
I see you're a big outdoorsman.
Yeah.
You enjoy hunting.
I do.
Well, what do you hunt with?
With my bow, so mostly.
Nice.
Occasional gun, but mostly just bow. Just for me, it's like kind of like pitching in a sense. You got to be precise and you got to stick with it. It's not like you can just pick it up. I mean, you can, but the odds are kind of worse than if you practice
Something you got to
all
work
the time.
on. Something you got to have a passion for.
For sure.
yeah, I can see you have the hat. So you have your own company, Stricken Outdoors.
Stricken Outdoors.
Yeah, what's going on with that?
So me and 3 other of my buddies from back home from high school, we started this. It started as like an Instagram page. We were like, we'll just post some pictures of us hunting, kind of going along the journey. And then we kind of sat down and we were like, how about we start filming and making videos and whatnot like that. And then we were saying like, how can we get our name out there? So we were like, well, why don't we make apparel?
Perfect.
So we started making apparel, started getting money and able to buy the cameras that we needed, all that good stuff. I mean, that stuff gets expensive for sure.
Oh, yeah, it adds up quick.
Yeah, and so we started doing that probably 2013 we started it. We started filming probably maybe 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we're slowly getting some footage. Still got to put that together.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
So it was before you were even a professional baseball player. This has been going on for. I mean, you were all.
Well,
you were probably in the
In a
minors.
sense, yeah, in
What
the
year?
minors.
You got drafted, at 12?
Yeah,
2012.
2012 by
Yeah.
the Orioles.
That's right. And then you went to
Wow, that's
Pittsburgh?
awesome. So you've been doing
Did
it
you
for
go
a
to
minute.
Pittsburgh?
No, Houston. So
Houston.
that's how I met Maria.
Okay.
So
that's
when I got traded to Houston, went to Double-A Corpus Christi.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. But you were originally from Maryland?
Yeah. Yep. Maryland.
Okay, cool. East Coast boy.
Now we live in AZ. So
Do you know the band Ballyhoo? They're from Maryland. That's the only reason I ask. They're
maybe
just
if I
friends-
heard a song.
Friends of ours. We've done a lot of tours with them. Good dudes. They're from Maryland. That's why I asked.
Okay.
Check them out. Good band.
All right.
Hunting since you were a kid, I'm assuming.
No.
Right? Oh no.
So actually, one of my buddies from middle school to high school,
Mm-hmm.
he put me into it. I only fished really, and then it was fishing and baseball. That was basically all I ever did.
Nice.
And then figured out this whole hunting thing. Sat up in the tree stand with him, and man, after that it was just like game over because you watch nature just do its thing. You wake up with it and you watch it go to sleep.
It's like there's so much more
It's a
than
lot of
just
peace.
the shot
Yeah.
of the bow. It's
Oh, yeah.
everything that comes
being out
before.
For sure.
The car ride up, getting excited, setting up your camp. It's like this whole
Yeah.
it's this whole thing.
That's what
nice.
it's about. Just that relaxation.
Yeah.
For sure.
So for people listening one more time, that was Stricken Outdoors. Check it out. Go online and check it out. We'll have a link on this episode on the website where you can just go and click it. So yeah, it's Stricken Outdoors. Make sure you go check it out.
With a bow. You're
With
like
a bow.
Rogan.
Bow, it's real. It's real. Like you got to respect that. Should we go into
Real quick,
story?
anything special about the number 71?
71, no. Well, kind of in a sense. So I was a big number 17 guy.
Okay.
And so with the Brewers, they had that number kind of retired. It's not officially retired, but it's retired. So what I did to improvise is switch it up.
There you
That's
go.
perfect.
And our clubhouse guy, he was like, you know what? We'll get you 71 because it's flip. So it's like, let's ride with it.
Yeah, no, that's great.
You're making it special now.
That
Trying
makes-
to.
71.
Definitely,
You're doing a
definitely.
good job.
Linebacker number,
Yeah.
maybe.
More of a football number, huh?
Yeah. You got to be different. That's what it's about. Got to be different.
Absolutely. Unoriginality is just like, it's kind of the worst. I mean, look, we're all unoriginal in a sense. We're just humans. How far?
Yeah.
But try your best to be different. I mean,
Yeah.
why not? Yeah.
Why not?
Why the heck not? That's awesome. All right, Duddy, what are you thinking?
Let's just touch really quick one more time on the subject of the show, feeling good, and what we're talking about here, and winning, and why that makes us feel good. And I'm not talking about just like, yeah, I like to win, and blah, 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 but it's about like how you win and how you lose as well at the same, how you take a loss. A lot of people, I think when they lose, they just feel bad, and they just think, man, I'm never going to beat that guy or whatever. For me, when I lose, yes, obviously, I don't like to lose. I hate to lose. I'm a competitive dude. But when I do lose, the natural instinct is, yes, you're a little bummed, but what really takes over is like almost inspired to be better, so next time I will win. And because winning feels good, and you've got to do whatever you can to make yourself better. If you lose at something, that's okay. Why did you lose? Think about it. Take the steps necessary to become better so that next time you will win. And if you don't win next time, that's okay. If you lose 10 times in a row, that's okay. As long as you're still trying and taking steps to become better and improving yourself, you're winning. You're winning. And you're not going to feel bad about those losses when you know for a fact you're giving it all you have to improve. And you lost, but you gave it your all, and you're still going to work to be better. You know when you're going to feel bad? When you lose and then you don't take any fucking steps to be better at what you're doing. And I'm not talking about just sports. Anything in life. Like if you're at your company, like who's selling the most insurance every month gets to go to Hawaii, and you've never got to go to Hawaii. Guess what? That's because you're not taking any fucking steps to sell more insurance, you lazy piece of shit. If you want to go to Hawaii, you got to sell that fucking insurance. So winning makes you feel good.
Coffee is for closers. Is what. Here's the deal. I got a question for you. I think that I'll simplify it. And Duddy's coming from a good place. All right, feeling good with Duddy. Here's the deal. Winning isn't always just winning. Here's what Duddy's trying to say. I think if you try your hardest. Let me simplify this. Don't concentrate on winning. When I was a kid, I used to always think winning is what I want to do. Every time I played baseball too, I played many sports, and winning. And sometimes when my team would get down by 7 or 8 runs and there's only an inning left or 2 innings left, I would kind of give up, and I would go into a role of, well, we're probably not going to win this one, so whatever. I'm throwing in the pitch. I'll grab the ball. I'll go through the motions, but I've emotionally let go of this game. A lesson I wish I would have known when I was a kid that I know now is concentrate on trying your hardest, not winning. Because trying your hardest never ends. You're always supposed to try your hardest. Even if you're down by 8 runs, try your hardest. And then if you try your hardest in everything you do in life, you will probably win most of the time. And so simplify your goal to trying your hardest. And then like Duddy said, even when you lose, you're not upset about losing because you tried your hardest. You just got beat that day. It happens. So is there any lesson that you know now that you're like, oh man, if I would have known that simple lesson when I was a kid, I could have launched, it's hard to launch any farther than you are. But maybe for a
Appreciate
kid that's out there right now that maybe is like, heard that and was like, oh, maybe I should just concentrate on trying harder. Is there something like that you have?
Yeah, in a sense. I mean, like coming up just through baseball, I mean, even through life, I mean, you're going to come through things that don't go your way or, something that you did that wasn't right, but you learn that, how to change it or be better from that situation. And for instance, like baseball, like there's times that I got smoked, there's things that I did that, didn't work out in that day or even in that month or in that year. So just really mentally just going back and figuring out like, what did I do wrong there or what could I have done better in that situation. Obviously, you always, like you guys said, you got to give your 100% every time, no matter the situation. And I think that was one of the things is like you put it all out there and, that's the best you can do. I mean, winning, losing, whatever. I mean, if you put your 100% out there, you're gonna eventually get, that mentality where like, I didn't, slack off. I gave it 110% every time.
And you could tell, it shows.
Yep. Yeah. But in the end, it's like you don't win every game, but as long as you tried your best to win every game, you can't go home hating on yourself. You're like, I tried my best.
No
Today,
doubt.
I got beat.
And you know what? That kind of touches on, a subject that we talked about on last episode is you can't lie to yourself. You know for a fact, and you're the only person who knows. You can tell people anything you want, but you know for a fact if you gave it your all or if you kind of half-assed it. And you can say whatever you want and you can make any excuse you want, but deep inside, fuck, I half-assed that shit. And that's why I lost. So
when you lay down in bed and your voice in your head starts talking.
Yeah. So it all kind of, things that make you happy, they all end up kind of tying themselves together. So, winning makes us feel good. And you got to try your best. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, can't lie to yourself to do both of those things,
Correct.
So, and I know you are a busy dude, and I know you got somewhere to go. So before you have to take off, on this show, we always like to do a segment called One Time at Band Camp. And it's just, it doesn't have to be someone from a band. It's just someone who's doing something, inspiring and just a story from your road to here, from when you were a kid all the way up to here, just one story that sticks out to you that's funny or inspirational, and it could be anything. You got one for us?
Oh, and this one time at band camp?
Should have warned you that was
Yeah,
coming.
that was great. I wasn't expecting that. That was great. No, we actually it took place here in Lancaster, California.
Oh, nice.
About 2014, me and a couple buddies. So we were in the minor leagues out here, and we had this house in the desert. Basically, we called it the meth house. I mean, it was in the middle of nowhere. Just you have to see. I'm gonna have to show you guys pictures of it. But so we had 5-6 bedrooms in this house, and we had probably about 6 dudes living in it.
Oh, wow.
And we had 2 air units, one upstairs, one downstairs, and that was basically cooling off that whole entire house. And if you've been in Lancaster in the summertime,
it's hot.
it doesn't do it.
100 plus.
And especially when you got like 6 dudes in there.
Oh,
For sure. Yeah. You can imagine that. So we were just living the baseball life in this house and just enjoying it, and that's the best thing is whatever situation you're in, you always gotta look at the positives of it, and it so happened that we were actually playing one of the games and we ended up throwing not every roommate, it was 3 of us, so all 3 of us combined no hitter.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it was pretty tight, just because obviously we spent basically that whole year in that house, and to do something like that, it was something that I won't forget.
That's awesome. That's
So
like that. I mean, obviously, are you guys still good friends?
Yeah, we don't see each other as much as
You're busy.
you'd like to.
I'm sure you're
but
all busy.
Yeah, we definitely keep in touch through the phone.
That's cool. That's a good moment in your life to like share with some friends forever. You'll have that. That's pretty awesome.
It was someone started, someone relieved, someone closed. None of you gave up a hit.
I started, and then the other 2 guys finished it out, and the
That's
rest
so
was
awesome.
history.
And that's cool too, for people listening and they just know you from, this unstoppable major league, closer, pitcher, and they just think that's it. That's what he is. But it's nice for them to hear, like, you know what? you came up, you paid your dues, you had to work hard to get where you're at. You were living in a house out in Lancaster
In a
with 5 or 6
meth
other
house.
people.
Meth house,
It wasn't
you know,
really
a
a
hot
meth
one with no, barely any AC. You know, it's like, that's the kind of shit you got to do. And it's very similar to a band, man. We spent 8 or 9 years, you know, 10 of us in a van, just driving around the country being idiots. Like, and we had to do that. You got to do. Sometimes you got to work through some uncomfortable situations to get to where you are comfortable. You know, and that's rad. I think people will enjoy hearing that.
And the coolest part is your favorite memory or your band camp memory. It wasn't even a personal accomplishment. It was like a group accomplishment. It was you and your friends. And like Duddy said, with the bands being in a van, those are going to be your best memories. Is when
For
you were
sure.
just in the meth house or some shitty van, man.
Yeah.
Just sweating it out with your friends.
Exactly. That's
Crazy.
what it's about.
I
That's
mean,
what it's
yeah,
about.
we're 2 buses now and semis and doing this thing. And honestly, like when people are like, "Oh, tell me a crazy story or funny story," a lot of times it's from when we were in a van.
Yeah.
You know, and we
Just
still have a
grinding.
great time now, but that's when it's real and it's raw and you're just being you and you're just like trying to survive. You know.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's great.
Well, you know, I know you got to go, and I don't want to keep you too long. So, dude, thank you so much for stopping by. What
I
a fucking
appreciate
rad
it.
dude! And
Yeah,
although
you're mellow,
you're
man. You're real
playing
cool.
the Angels tonight, I wish you the best of luck, and I hope we get to see you throwing out. Hey, Jake, will you grab that bag? I got you a little something.
Oh yeah, Duddy has gifts.
Oh,
Just a little something,
it's
something.
Christmas already.
And I thought, what better to give it to you than in an Angels bag?
Oh,
Man, are you allowed to bring that
Can
in
you
the
bring that in, or
dugout?
will you get beat up? He doesn't want to touch it.
I think I might have to get rid of the bag. No, this is great, man. I appreciate it.
So
Thanks
yeah,
for
we
having
really
me.
appreciate you coming out, man.
No, I appreciate it, bro.
Thank you, brother. You're the
Thank
man.
you.
Thank you so much.
And yeah,
You too.
thank you guys again. That's another episode of Feeling Good with Duddy, man. And we're just here trying to talk about stuff that makes us feel good. Remember, today's subject, winning, and you know what you got to do to win. Josh, thank you so much for stopping by. Stricken Outdoors, go check it out. Jake, always a pleasure, my brother. Koi CBD, thank you guys so much. And as always, right here at Reamp Studios. Peace.
Thank you.